Welcome back to Project Recovery. I'm Casey Scott. That's Dr. Matt Woolley. Our guest today is Miriam S. And you were just talking about the first time you walked into an Al-Anon room. Now, the reason you went is because you thought they were going to give you the tools to help your loved one who was in active addiction.
Right.
But that's not what Al-Anon does.
No. I understood through the program, and also before that I cannot change anybody. The only person that I can change is me. My attitudes, my thoughts, my walk, whatever. But I cannot force my beliefs and my desires upon someone else because they're a free person. They were given by our Creator the ability and the power to choose for themselves what they want to be and what they want to do in their lives. Now, the thing is that, yes, we do have a choice, but there are also consequences. And see, the addict does not realize of the consequences. And sometimes they even go into denial. They don't even know or they don't want to accept the fact that they are an addict.
And this is where it gets a little murky for a lot of people who don't really understand addiction. There was a choice to pick up that drug. There was a choice to pick up that drink. There was a choice that they made, and they did it. And the consequences is some people get out alive. Some people get out without any harm. Some people become an addict. Right. And, when you were talking about that, I'm a firm believer in the addict brain. And the addict brain will take over, and it will make you do things that you thought you would never do. Yes. It will rationalize. It will. It's a beast. It really is. Right. And all of a sudden, you're doing things that you swore you would never do, that were not in your DNA, not how you were brought up, or what you could ever imagine yourself doing. Mm-hmm. And there you are doing them to feed your addiction.
Right. The addiction gets to be so powerful that the brain, the only thing that it can think of is the next high.
How to get it.
Where can I get it and when can I get it? See, the interesting part about it is that the addict person does not think about, they don't have time to go to a meeting, to go to counseling, but they do have a time to wait for hours upon hours, waiting for the person to go and get the drug for them, or they go and get it themselves. They're hiding from the police, they're hiding from the friends, they're hiding from the family, okay? Yeah. They spend that time. They do have that time.
They're very dedicated to that one task.
The one task. Yeah. And then the brain, as I understood it, and please correct me, sir, the brain goes into one track, and the only thing that wants is the next high. They don't care about family. They don't care about work. They don't care. And they don't even experience joy unless that rush of the drug is in their system, because now they cannot enjoy a sunset, a sunrise. Yeah. They can even enjoy the smile of a child.
Isn't that sad but very true? You said it very well, that it robs a person of all the beautiful things of life. It makes them lose to some degree their humanity. Correct. Because connections with other people and with nature, all of that takes a back seat, if not gets tossed right out the window, because the brain is such a powerful force in that one track mind to get to their next place. I will say that when you talk to a person, I think the hellish part of this is that if you talk to them in their addiction, they will say, I do love my family. I do want to enjoy sunsets, but I can't. Right. It is not important to me. I can't put the time into it. I have to have this other thing. So they have that internal struggle. They know they're missing out. They know that they would like to have that other life that they maybe used to have, but they can't. They're all consumed with finding the next fix. Right. And that, what a horrible prison, mental and emotional prison that is for people.
Right. And one of the things that in all of these programs they tell you is that the consequences usually are jail, hospitalizations, and even death. And they lose their families. The children end up in foster care because the parent is not present. The parent is not providing. The parent is not there. And now we have generations of young children and the youth who are acting like adults because they have to. Mm-hmm. And they end up in a foster home. They end up angry and hurt. It is sad.
And that can perpetuate the cycle of use and abuse and addiction.
Correct.
That those kids start off life with so much anger, stress, abandonment issues that they want to numb out those feelings themselves, and often they turn to using substances as well.
Exactly.
And of course, if it's
that's the only life they know.
If you have an inherited predisposition, then they
That's
can
even
get
worse.
hooked into addiction as well. So it's a generational cycle, unfortunately.